The No Fate channel checking in. On this episode of Dad's Home Gym, I am going to show you how to build a budget garage gym for under $1,000 in 2020, specifically November 2020. If this is your first time to the channel, do me a huge favor, hit that subscribe button below. On this Dad's Home Gym series, I review gym equipment, I go over ideas for home gyms, and most importantly, we really talk about how to make sure that you not only have a great home gym, but that you're actually putting it to use. You would be amazed, and some of you would be appalled at how many people have amazing home gyms, but then they don't actually use it. Okay, it is 2020. You know what is going on in the world, and frankly, the home gym market has exploded. And home gym equipment is just ridiculous at the moment, if you can even find it. So oftentimes I have these weird ideas for videos, and I got one today when I was working out in my home gym. What would I get if I had to start over? Oftentimes with my workout videos and pre-workout videos, people see my home gym and they say, "Oh man, that's an awesome home gym. Great home gym. You're so lucky." And I have been building that out since I moved into this home over 8 years ago. Most of the equipment that I have, I've had for a while, and a lot of it has been birthday and Christmas gifts. So I am very fortunate that I was a bit ahead of the curve. And even before the gyms here in New England closed down, I was working out from home almost full time because of the children and because of the Rona and everything else that was going on. So I was able to get ahead on some of the pieces of equipment that I have in my home gym that now, if you can find them, have skyrocketed in price. So I wanted to do a build if I was just starting from scratch for the Joe Q public who's just decided I'm going to work out in my home garage or even in my basement, and I have zero pieces of equipment. How do I set up a functional home gym? So we're gonna open this. It's already open. We're gonna jump onto here, and I'm gonna go through to get you the best functional home gym for $1,000. But first, I want to talk about what we're not going to do. We're not going to go through the used gym equipment market. Unfortunately, in 2019 and prior, you could get a ton of used equipment for pennies on the dollar, which it was great. If you really knew your price points, if you knew what you were looking for, you could get some really good deals. You could also kind of go to Play It Again Sports, use sporting good equipment stores, stuff like that, and really pick up some gems for low money. And frankly, it's actually reversed now. There are a ton of pikers out there that are rating websites like Rogue Fitness, Play Again Faster, Titan Fitness. They're rating these websites so that when inventory comes in, they're buying thousands and thousands of pounds worth of plates, tons of pieces of equipment that they're never going to use, and they get them in, and then they put them on Facebook Marketplace, eBay, Craigslist, all those things for more than they would be priced if they were new. More than they were priced if they were new. So it's really a sad state, and because I'm a big believer in capitalism, I don't think there's much you can do to hinder them except don't go to them and don't buy their equipment. Eventually, they'll stop doing it when they realize they can't make a profit, and in fact, they're losing money on it. So it does stink, and I'm hopeful that in 2021, probably late 2021, that we'll see a lot of that used market actually come back to us. That pendulum is going to swing back, allowing people who are privy or knowledgeable to pick up some good equipment at a reasonable price used rather than just the exploitation that's going on now. So let's quickly talk about a functional gym before we dive in and spend you $1,000. And again, we're going to talk about what's in stock today, November 2020. Let's quickly dive into a functional gym, and that is not to do powerlifting. That's not to do Olympic lifting. That's not to get into the CrossFit Games. That's not to be a 250-pound bodybuilder. Okay, if you fall into those categories, the reality is you should probably be still going to your local gym. Hopefully it's open. I know Europe, they've closed down for a month. Certain states have been, setting strict regulations, and I know a lot of gyms in general have just closed, right? The Warhouse gym is closed. A few of my friends in Maryland, their gym just outright closed, never to reopen. Not because of, just basically the state mandates have forced them to not be economically viable, especially with a lot of their members leaving. So what is a functional gym? It is a gym that is going to just beat you up. It means you're going to get great workouts in, your heart rate's going to get high, you're going to tax those muscles, and try to think like CrossFit WODs or CrossFit chippers in terms of high intensity, little rest, trying to really focus on just taxing the system, do work, right? That type of mentality. And the good thing about this is that once you get it in and set up, you can not only get great workouts in, and it opens you up to a lot of variety, but then you can build upon this basic platform. And I know $1,000 sounds like a lot of money for basic, but it is 2020. Lastly, and probably most importantly, is dumbbells, right? So that's one of the hardest things to come by. That's one of the most expensive things. And if you're going to build a home gym, you should probably get power blocks. Those are the ones that I have. I've had them for a while, and they are almost impossible to come by if you don't want to spend a fortune. They're not going to be in this build, okay? If you are interested in dumbbells and you can't get your hands on power blocks down the road, you might be able to pick up individual dumbbells. The only caveat to that is that it gets expensive quickly and space becomes an issue. So let's crack this bad boy up and go through what I picked for a functional workout. First site up is going to be Titan Fitness. I've reviewed a number of their products, and the reality is some of their stuff is good, some of their stuff is really good, and some of their stuff is complete junk, complete crap. And that's why I do the reviews that I do. But the stuff that is good is very good for the price. They are all about budget. And one of the nice things that they have is free shipping. And that's really can chew up a lot of your cost if you're switching between multiple companies or multiple online websites. So we're going to start off with the bar. Of all things, this is the most economical piece of equipment you can get that's going to keep going. Now, this is a budget bar. It says it right here, economy, budget, Olympic bar. And hey, listen, you're on a budget, you can't spend much money. But for most of you, you're not going to come anywhere close to the maximum weight this bar can handle. Let's see if it's even listed in here. 700 pounds. I don't know any of you who are going to be lifting 700 pounds. If you're watching this video, I doubt you're lifting 700 pounds. Now, plates. Plates are the things that are not only hard to come by, that they're super expensive, large part because of their weight, and obviously because of just they're not in, right? You can't get them in. They often come from overseas. There's huge delays, as you can see on this screen. We've got expected back order, right? So this is going to be these are the best price money can buy for Olympic cast iron plates. So we got 245s and we have 225s. And I couldn't even find 10s, didn't make the budget, just did not make the budget. Now, these are expected to ship. These are going to be delayed, right? And that's just how it is with today's world. If you see something that is back ordered, just be happy that you can pick it up without having to wait for it to come into stock. So it's back ordered, but they're going to ship it. Every time I've ordered through TitanFitness.com, they've usually beaten their expected ship date, which is a plus, but it's just the nature of the beast and where we are. I happen to like bumper plates better than cast iron plates, but you're going to pay more money, and they tend to be harder to come by. A lot of different companies, Titan Fitness and a lot of smaller companies have decided to just start building their own Olympic metal plates in-house in the USA. Previously, everything is from overseas. Now we are in-house, so you're going to see more of this stuff come out, but the price points aren't going to be much better, and these are actually a steal. Now we're going to need a bench. Obviously, we might be able to save some money with the flat bench, but getting an incline bench, especially one that it can go all the way up to 90 degrees, is going to be ideal. It's going to add a layer of versatility, a variety, and hopefully something that you can build on down the road. This incline version 2 bench, I've never used before, but by all accounts, yeah, it's the definition of budget, but that's what we're going for. Now, 15-pound bumper black plates, okay, is this overpriced? Sure, but it's all I could find. And again, I do like the bumper plates better than the metal plates. Now, why didn't I go all metal? They didn't have the metal in stock. And in today's day and age, again, November 2020, you know what's going on in the world. It's all about what you can find. And a lot of times you're going to have a potpourri of gym equipment that isn't all going to match. It's not all going to be pretty. It's not all going to be, all of the color codes match, or you're going to go through all of one company. Okay, switching over to Amazon of all things. And we are going to then proceed to a rack. And that is probably where your biggest cost is outside of the weights themselves, is the rack. And racks can range from like $250 all the way up. Now, we could have gone a bit cheaper by just getting you like just 2 individual single squat leg stands. You might have saved $100. The reality is, what's the big benefit of this is the pull-up bar, because that pull-up bar is going to add a whole different level of versatility, I like to use that word, and variety to your back exercises with regards to pull-ups, with regards to maybe potentially getting like a TRX equipment in the future. Maybe if you happen to have bands, you can do some banded exercises, stuff like that. But having that pull-up bar is going to pay for itself. For those of you in a basement gym, you are going to have to be mindful of the height of this before you do purchase it. But if you're in a garage gym, you are going to be good to go. So even though this isn't the best power rack you can get, it's got the pull-up bar. It's going to be able to allow you to do a whole ton of great strength building exercises, and it's something that you can build on down the road. Next on deck are a lot of the auxiliary items here that are just as important. Here we go, battle rope. This is an awesome piece of equipment that people don't realize can fit in a very small space. So we're going to get a 1.5-inch, 30-foot battle rope. When you divide that in two, that's only 15 inches long. And battle ropes aren't just for your upper body. There's a lot of lower body and a lot of ab exercises you can do by incorporating these into your workout. And for $48, this thing will last you a lifetime. You don't need any weights to anchor it down. It even comes with these hooks right here that are, it's a really good deal, because this alone, if you were to buy this hook set alone, you're probably looking at like $5 to $8. So for $48, really good there. And again, we're focusing more on functional when it comes to this build because of what's going on with 2020. But these are going to get you some really good workouts. Now let's talk about cardio. I bet you want to get yourself a treadmill, maybe a spin bike. Can't afford it. Sorry. Best piece of cardio equipment you can get right here is a jump rope. This is my best budget jump rope. I've used this. I own it. Really good value for $16. And you know, you could have picked this up for like $9 last year. That's just the way the world works. But WOD Nation, certainly a good product. They make a few other jump ropes that are similar to this that come into this price range. This is the one that I just put on the list. But yeah, WOD Nation jump rope is the way to go for cardio, for double unders, for all things sweaty. Now let's talk about kettlebells, okay? Kettlebells, don't have to tell you. They stink. Cannonballs with handles, but they are effective for kettlebell swings, one-arm swings, Romanian get-ups, walking lunges, suitcase carries. Everything and anything can be done with a kettlebell. Now, 35 pounds is what I think to be a really good weight. Oftentimes, people think they have to go heavier to get the job done. You don't. In fact, 35 pounds is probably too heavy for some of you. You might want to even go less and save some money. These Amazon Basic kettlebells are great. I have a whole set of them in the basement. And I don't think you could break a cannonball with handles unless you tried. I think if you tried to break this, it would probably take you a long, long time to break it. So once you have that on the books, of course, you can build. If you're into kettlebells, you could get a second 35-pound kettlebell to do dual handle stuff, front squats, lunges, step-ups, stuff like that. But again, you're starting with basics, and hopefully you can build from there. And speaking of functional, let's talk about sandbags. I'm a huge fan of sandbags. Again, we're focusing on functional because it's going to be cheap and it's going to hurt in all the right ways with regards to your workouts. Super Skills Sandbag. Is this a cheap sandbag? Absolutely. Will it hold 40 pounds? No, it will not. This will not hold 40 pounds. I did a whole review, and those 10-pound filler bags right here don't hold 40 pounds. They each hold, give or take, 9 or 8 pounds worth of sand. You do have to use play sand, not included. But if you're looking for a sandbag, I have used this one, and it will get the job done, and it will last you as long as you don't overfill these interior bags. But again, people think that they need a 100-pound sandbag. You don't. 35-pound sandbag gets heavy very, very quickly. So sticking with functional, right? That's the whole name of the game is going to be this make your own weighted vest. So this is an airsoft tactical vest, right? So we are going to make our own weighted vest using this budget airsoft vest. This is $36, and then you need weights for it. Now, I'd hoped to get two 10-pound weights. You can't find 10-pound weights anywhere unless you want to pay like $50 for 10-pound weights. So we are going to buy two 5-pound weights. So you're going to make a 12-pound weighted vest, which isn't much, but two things come out of this, right? You can use these 5-pound weights on your barbell if you're in between weights, right? So you can do that. That's number one. Two, because you're making your own weighted vest, if you come across 10-pound weights in the future, or you're able to find some on the used market, or if you're able to find some just junk ones that are broken that people are just tossing, giving away, or selling for super, super cheap, you can pick the 10 pounds up, change those into your weighted vest that you've made, and use these, permanently on your barbell. But overall, again, it adds the flexibility of giving yourself a weighted vest and being able to use it on your bar. So that's why we're going with these super, super cruddy cap 5-pound plates. Okay, it is time. Drum roll, please, for the final cost. Here we go. Subtotal, $502 on the Amazon cart. That doesn't include tax. That's really where it's going to catch us, but let's wait till the end. $502 on Amazon, and then Titan Fitness comes in at $494 before tax. Shipping is free on both Amazon and this Titan Fitness. Now, there are promo codes out there. Now that it's 2020, those promo codes are few and far between. They do have 5% promo codes out there that they give to people who are like complain or their shipment showed up late, stuff like that. So you might be able to find one if you look hard enough, but we're going to assume you don't have one. So now we are under $1,000, and unfortunately, you're going to be a bit over when you hit that tax mark. Regardless, this is the best build I could do for stuff that was able to be ordered. Some of it is on back order, but the stuff that was able to be ordered, this is the best that I could do under $1,000. Unfortunately, I wish I could do better. However, this is going to be a great place to start. It is going to be a great beginner gym that's going to put you through the paces, get you sweaty, give you a good workout, tax those muscles, all the things that you want to do, and then you're going to have a good foundation to build upon, right? Whether it's you get more kettlebells, right? Whether you get more plates, whether you get mats, whether you get a box jump to do box jumps on, whether you get more weight for your plated vest, stuff like that. So it's a good foundation to build upon. Hopefully in 2021, we'll see demand come down, we'll see inventory go up, and then hopefully with those two factors, price will come down. And so if you think about it in terms of just picking up pieces that you need down the road, this is a great building place to start. Obviously, it's not where you probably want to be eventually, but it is a good spot to start in. And frankly, I would just say next time Christmases and birthdays come around, pick those presents that you're looking for very, very wisely and think about stuff that's going to last. So for me, it's always workout equipment, right? I know, because at the end of the day, home gym workout equipment lasts forever, or at the very least, a very, very long time if you take care of it. If you came this far in the video, do me a huge favor. Give this video a like, hit that subscribe button. Check out my other Dad's Home Gym content. And as usual, thanks for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back. The No Fate 24/7 channel may seem like a potpourri of review videos, but I simply cover my tricks, trips, and tribulations as I help you be great parents to your kids and still accomplish your own personal goals.